Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, November 9th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Welcome to the week. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. The weather was exquisite. Thank you very much, George Young from DC Mdva Weather. This weekend, I ended up going across the bridge once again to the Cross Kent Island Bike Trail. Did about a 14-mile bike ride. It was absolutely spectacular yesterday. Well, it is Monday, so let's get into it. I understand they decided a big election or something like that. Go check it out on one of your favorite news sites. That's not local, so we're not going to cover it. But here in Anne Arundel County, kudos to the Anne Arundel County Department of Recreation and Parks. They have just received a coveted accreditation from the Commission for Accreditation of Park and Recreation Agencies, as well as the National Recreation and Park Association. If you didn't know it, Anne Arundel County parks are pretty awesome. Director Rick Anthony said the CAPRA accreditation has been a goal of the department for over 5 years, and it represents a tremendous effort from our staff to take a hard look at ourselves and what improvements we needed to make to become a high-performance agency we sought to be. It is a huge milestone, and if you are not partaking in any of our parks or their programs, shame on you. Go visit aacounty.org, navigate your way over to Recreation and Parks. Check out what they have. I bet you'll be surprised, and I bet you'll be shocked at the number of parks that we do have that you didn't know about. Sliding a little bit into COVID in Anne Arundel County, Couty Executive Pittman has announced $550,000 of the CARES money that the county has received will be going to the Community Action Agency for an energy bill relief program. This will be able to help any past due bills that have been incurred after March 1st of 2020 from BGE or any heating oil and fuel vendors. The county executive did say, I encourage anyone who is behind on energy bills to apply for this funding or else reach out to your energy provider to negotiate an affordable payment plan. The Community Action Agency has launched an emergency hotline. It is staffed 24/7. So if you have a power shutoff already, are low or out of bulk heating fuel, or are facing an imminent shutoff, you want to give them a call. The number is 833-888-0401. And if you are behind, your best bet is to contact BG&E or whoever your vendor is and see if you can work out a plan. That is your absolute best way to do it. All right, let's talk COVID a little bit. Maryland and Anne Arundel County are both experiencing disturbing numbers. In Maryland, the positivity rate is 4.62%. It was under 3% at one point, so that is obviously going up. Anne Arundel County is 5.17, so we are higher than the state. The other benchmark that they look at is the cases per 100,000 residents. Statewide, it's 18.04. And Anne Arundel County, it is 18.94. So once again, we are outpacing the state. A number that I've looked at, which is kind of disturbing, is in Anne Arundel County, the average number of new cases in the last 7 days has been 115. And just yesterday, there were 97 new cases. And that's very odd because the weekends tend to be very small numbers because not many people report them over the weekend. What does all this mean? I have no inside knowledge. I do expect you're going to see some additional restrictions coming soon. I imagine it will happen this week, and I'm not sure if it's going to come from the state or the county, but for crying out loud, if we're going to beat this damn thing, as Governor Hogan said, wear your damn masks. And in what I'm going to call my head-scratching story for the day, despite a 50% capacity limit at Maryland's casinos, revenue in October was down less than 1% from October of 2019 prior to COVID. Here in Anne Arundel County, gaming revenue at Live Casino and Hotel was $49.6 million, which is actually up 4.1%. Keep in mind that in addition to a 50% floor capacity in the actual casino, not all property bars and restaurants and retail stores have reopened. So how does that happen? Maryland, I think we may have a serious gambling problem on our hand. And finally, as we wrap it up, the Military Bowl presented this year by Perspecta has teamed up again with 3M to sponsor for the fourth year the 3M Play to Win Award. What this does is this looks for top high school and middle school student athletes between 5th and 12th grade and what they should possess is a passion about football and displaying team spirit. It would be good if they had a relative who serves or has served in the military, has demonstrated a strong interest in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and a demonstrated strong interest in social justice and or racial equity. Parents, coaches, teachers, anybody can nominate a student from 5th through 12th grade. You want to go to militarybowl.org/3M, and that is the number 3, like the company, 3M. And if you can handle a secret, you heard it here first because it hasn't been released yet, but the Military Bowl game is scheduled for Monday, December 28th with a kickoff at 2:30 p.m. Stay tuned for more information on that. I don't know how attendance is going to work or any of that. I do know that the Clydesdales will be back in town. Again, I don't know exactly when, where, or how that will work, but I'm going to get that to you as soon as I find out. All right, that does wrap it up for us this morning. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day for updates to these stories and more. If you are someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that. And make sure all your friends, family, and colleagues all know how to get a hold of the Daily News Brief. It is Monday, so we do have Alsina here with your Money Monday report. And as we have every day, George Young is standing by with your local DC Mdva weather forecast. All of that is coming up in just 1 minute, but here is Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC Mdva weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC Mdva weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC Mdva weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, November 9th. It was an amazing weather weekend across all of Arundel County, with tons of sunshine each day and highs in the upper 60s to mid 70s. And today and tomorrow will bring more of the same to the Annapolis area before active weather moves in with potentially moderate to heavy rain expected Wednesday and Thursday before clearing late week with cooler, more average temps returning to the region by the weekend, which should be dry, with normal high temps around 60 degrees both Saturday and Sunday. So be sure to get out and about today and tomorrow as much as possible, as the region could see 2 inches or more of rain in the second half of the work and school week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC Mdva weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC Mdva weather in the Apple or Google app stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And use our website each day at dcmdvaweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Going through a real estate home sale or purchase is a very personal and sometimes stressful experience. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I are committed to working with people both buying and selling homes in all price points. Whether it's giving you a competitive edge while buying a home or negotiating the best price and terms while selling your home, we always have our clients' best interest at heart. Our goal is to provide exceptional service so that you will recommend us to your friends and family over and over again. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week was a wild ride with the election, a great jobs report, and the Federal Reserve indicating it will keep rates low for now. We've had the best two-day rally after an election and the best start to the month of November ever, with the S&P 500 up 7.4% in just 4 days. Even more impressive is that the S&P 500 was up 1% or more 4 days in a row. The last time that happened was in October 1982. Blasts of strength like this can lead to potential future gains and shouldn't be ignored. It appears the markets are responding to the likelihood of a split government. Last week, we talked about open enrollment, and we've gotten a few more questions about the different tax-advantaged accounts you can choose from. The 3 different accounts that you will see are health savings accounts, flexible spending accounts, and dependent care accounts. If you're working for a small company and don't have access to these, it might be worth talking to HR or the owner. The cost to establish them is pretty minimal, and there are some tax savings for employers as well. First, health savings accounts, or HSAs. You're entitled to contribute to an HSA if you have a high-deductible health plan. You can learn more about those at healthcare.gov. An HSA allows you to contribute before tax money, up to $7,200 for a family in 2021. If you take that money out for medical costs, such as copays, prescriptions, dental work, chiropractors, etc., the funds come out tax-free. But the best part is that any unused money carries over. When your account reaches a minimum amount that is set by the account custodian, you can invest the money inside the HSA. This is a great way to save for medical costs in retirement. When you hit 65, you can even take the money out subject to ordinary income tax with no penalties, similar to an IRA. You may also have the option of a flexible spending account, or FSA. Unlike the HSA, where unused money carries over, the FSA is use it or lose it. You can contribute up to $27.50 for medical expenses. Again, the money goes in before taxes and, if used for medical, comes out tax-free. If you have an HSA, you can't have a regular flexible spending account as well. You can have a limited FSA for dental and vision only. Either way, if you decide to fund an FSA, make sure you put some thought into how much you expect to spend. A useful feature is that typically 100% of the funds are available on the first of the year. So even though you'll be contributing throughout the year, you can have that dental work done in January. And the FSA can be used for over-the-counter drugs as well. Finally, you may have access to a dependent care account, or DCA. You can fund the account with up to $5,000 a year pre-tax, depending on tax filing status. You, and if you're married, your spouse, must both work and have either a child under 13 or a dependent adult who needs care. This is a great way to help pay for before and after care and day camps. If you're caring for an elderly parent who lives with you, adult daycare can be covered. Like the medical FSA, this account is use it or lose it, so budget carefully. Unlike the FSA, funds are not available until contributed, so you may find yourself waiting to be reimbursed for expenses you've already paid. These are all tools that can help you no matter what your tax bracket, and they are just another example of why financial planning is something that can benefit everyone, regardless of income or net worth. We have a couple of great educational events coming up. You can find them on our website at CovingtonAlsina.com or visit our Facebook page to learn about our lineup of educational events. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. CovingtonAlsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance references historical is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. This information is not intended to be a substitute for specific individualized tax advice. We suggest that you discuss your specific tax issues with a qualified tax advisor. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial advisor or tax advisor prior to investing. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.